Hi, my name is Eric Burlison, and this is a capital report for the first capital report of the year 2015. And one of the most important issues that we're discussing and a resolution that I'm going to be filing this year has to do with the Article 5 Convention of States and calling for an Article 5 convention. And so I wanted to take this opportunity to introduce some people that have rallied around this issue around the state and grassroots activists, if you will. And so we have Keith Carmichael, and Keith is from the Clinton area. Is that the
close? Lowry City.
So Lowry City, just north of Springfield, on the western side of the state. And then we have Bob LaPierre, right? LaPierre. And Bob is from St. Louis, is that right?
St. Albans, outside of St. Louis, Franklin County.
Okay, so from the other end of the state, and then we have also Rodney Huckleberry, who's also from the St. Charles area, is that right?
Kind of both areas. I'm a St. Louis Regional Coalition Director, but my residence is in northern Lincoln County up the Eola, Missouri.
Okay, that's great. So this is an issue that is really gathering a lot of momentum, a lot of excitement, that excitement I haven't seen on many issues before like this. And so I wanted to let you guys, in your own words, tell people from Springfield, my constituents back home, what the Article 5 Convention of the States is. And so Keith, if you could explain that, that'd be great.
Sure. Well, when we say Article 5, the first thing we mean by that, it's in the Constitution. It's in the Constitution for a reason, and inherently, when those framers worked on the Constitution and the Constitutional Convention, one of the very first things they did is allow for the document to be amended. And Article 5 does that. We're familiar with the first part of Article 5, most of us, because the Constitution has been amended 27 times. And all of those amendments have been proposed by Congress themselves. The second part of that, ultimately, has never been used to fulfillment. It's been threatened at times, but that allows the states to get together, have a meeting, and actually propose amendments to the U.S. Constitution.
So this would be for the first time that the people would be asking for a change, because Congress, really the Constitution is designed. Many people think that it empowers Congress, but really it's designed to say Congress can only do these things, right?
Exactly.
The Constitution is designed in a way that says the federal government has very limited authority and power, and unfortunately that power has increased dramatically over time. Completely
out of proportion. They voted, in fact, the very first vote they took in that Constitutional Convention had to do with what kind of government they wanted, and they all were in agreement that they wanted a limited, a small federal government that allowed states to be laboratories of change, and so that really hasn't happened, because now it's almost like the states are appendages of the federal government today.
Yeah, so Bob and Rodney, I want to get an idea from you guys. What for you, getting involved in an issue like this? Why you've driven all the way from St. Louis, taken time away from your jobs. What is it about this issue that compels you to have this kind of passion?
Well, from my perspective, Eric, we live in the greatest country on the face of the earth. And right now, our people in Washington are not delivering on that promise. And I see Article 5 as an opportunity for you as a state legislator to reclaim some of the sovereign power that the states gave up when they created the federal government. And so I think it's inherent on you. We're asking you to take charge and exhibit the power that is rightfully yours, as currently spelled out in Article 5 of the U.S. Constitution. And I believe that can happen in my lifetime. I don't have enough money to fund all the politicians that I would like to have elected, but this is something that I think can be done in my lifetime.
That's inspiring. Rodney, what inspires you on an issue like this?
I'm a U.S. Air Force veteran, and for a long time I've seen the federal overreach by the federal government, but in the last few years it's gotten apparent. And I took an oath to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. And I thought at one time I'd done my job by my military service, but the last few years I've realized that this is a lifetime commitment, and I think probably every veteran should feel the same way, but this is really eating at my heart. It's eating at the heart of America, the federal overreach by the government.
That is really, that's awesome, and thank you for your service. It's really great to see, taking another extension of your dedication, your oath to the country. Thank you. So, to find out more, there are a lot of places that people can learn more about this Article 5 convention that we're going to be calling on. I'm going to be filing this resolution, and we're going to be, hopefully if I can get my colleagues to support this, we will be asking for an Article 5 convention, and people back home can learn more by going to conventionofthestates.com or .org.
No, it's conventionofstates.com.
Okay.
Conventionofstates.com. They can actually sign in and sign a petition and let folks know that they're for it.
Yeah, and I have seen, and a lot of people have already gone, because I've already gotten this year, and this is our second week, and I've already gotten over a dozen emails from people in my district.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are from Battlefield, Missouri, that are really passionate about this issue. But this is something that people are hearing about, and I really appreciate people letting me know. So if you have thoughts or opinions, please email them to my office at eric.burlison@house.mo.gov.